Hello and welcome to our basic technology class. Today we shall be discussing the topic understanding technology. What is the meaning of technology? Technology can be defined as the use of skills and knowledge to solve problems and meet people's needs and wants. Technology has allowed humans to solve a lot of problems, including problems of survival, well-being, improvement in the quality of life, and other problems. Through the use of scientific knowledge and skills, mankind have been able to make and build things to solve a lot of problems that they encounter in their day-to-day life. So technology is all about building things, making and building things. So technology has made and built things that have improved the life of mankind in different aspects, including food production, clothing, furniture, engineering, transport, telecommunications, and so on. In the area of agriculture or food production, in the olden days, man depended on his manual labor to produce food, even though the food produced could only sustain man and his immediate family. But with the help of technology, a lot of agricultural equipment and machines have been built that have enhanced and improved food production. For example, the tractor. It can be used to clear and cultivate a large expanse of land within a short period of time and with the use of little man labor. So in this aspect, a lot of food production has taken place with little effort and little manpower. So through this, technology has improved and enhanced food production. Also, in the aspect of food processing, agricultural produce have been able to be processed, unlike the days of yours when women had to do tedious work to grind peppers using stones, to grind cassava or process corn into flours using mortar and pestle, expending a large amount of energy and time. But these days, we have different machines and devices and equipment that have been produced through technology that help to process food. In our homes, we have blenders, we have juice extractors, we have grinders here and there. So technology has improved and enhanced our manner of producing food. In the area of clothing, in the olden days, when there was little or no technology, man had to depend on animal skins to produce his clothing materials and shoes. Even if he had to make clothing materials for himself, he had to depend on his manual labor, whereby he had to sit down and weave, and it took a lot of time, a long time, to produce just a yard of cloth. But today, with the help of technology, we have fast weaving machines that can produce large volumes of clothing materials within a short period of time, as we have them today in our various textile industries. So technology has improved the way we produce our clothing materials. In the area of engineering, we have seen a lot of tools, devices, equipment, tools that have been produced through engineering with advanced technology. The engineering we have today cannot be compared to what we have in the 1700, 1500, or 1800. We have more sophisticated engineering techniques today, and more technologies are evolving out of this. In the area of transportation, technology has played a vital role. In those days, man had to depend on his feet to move from one place to another, or depend on the beast of burdens like donkeys, horses, oxen, camels, and other animals for transportation. And this takes a lot of time and energy with very little comfort to move from one place to another. But today we travel in a more comfortable and even more luxurious way. Travel through cars, fast moving trains, power bikes, aeroplanes, whether you are moving by road, by rail, by air, or by water. We have products of technology that have made transportation a very, very convenient thing to do. That's one of the improvements of technology to the life of mankind. In the area of communication, in the past, information could only be transferred from one place to another through a human that have to travel from one place to another on foot or on horse or any other available means of transportation. Then, of course, very, very slow. Or they depended on very trained birds that had to take written notes from one place to another. But today, communication is very, very easy. Thanks to technology, we have the internet, we have the GSM network, where you can use devices like the laptop, or GSM phone, or smartphones, or tablets, and other means or gadgets of communication to send information within seconds. Today we can communicate with anybody instantly from any part of the world without any hassle, from the comfort of our home. This is one of the improvements technology has brought to the life of mankind. What are the components of technology? There are 5 things involved in technology. That is, technology involves 5 components. Number 1 is materials. Materials are needed to build things. Of course, technology is all about building things that make life easy for mankind. But we don't build things out of nothing. The materials used in technological products or production include wood, metals, plastic, stone, fabric, glass, clay, rubber, ceramics, and so on. These materials need to be well understood. Their characteristics, their behavior, their strength, so that the appropriate material can be used for the production of the appropriate technological product. Another component of technology is processes. Processes refer to the ways of doing or producing something. Of course, technologies don't just produce things, just having their materials, start cutting it and tearing it in any way. No. There must be a guideline on how something must be produced. A technological produce or product is produced through a well-stated guidelines. This is what we refer to as processes. Another component of of technology that is very, very important is tools and equipment. Of course, materials cannot be used to produce a technological product without the use of tools and equipment. Although tools and equipment themselves are products of technology, so they are needed to convert a material into a desired product. They come in different varieties. So in the course of our study of basic technology, we shall be talking about different kinds of tools, those used for metalworks, those used for woodwork, and other technological works. So tools and equipment are one of the components of technology. Another component of technology is science and engineering. Of course, science has to do with study of nature, to understand how things happen, why things happen, and the process or manner in which they happen in nature. Science studies nature. While engineering is all about skill of making things. So to be a good technologist, to be able to build things, a person or an individual must have knowledge of science and must have engineering skills before he must be able to produce one thing or the other. So science and engineering refer to the knowledge and skills that are required or needed to convert a material into a useful device, structure, or product. The fifth component is drawings. Drawings refer to designs or planning or outlines of a product on paper. Drawings are important so that a particular product will be produced will be properly designed, planned before its construction takes place, in order to minimize mistakes, in order to have adequate dimension, the size and everything, the amount of material to be used will have been predetermined before the product is made to prevent mistakes and abnormal production. So drawings are very, very important in technological production, and that is why your study of basic technology involves technical drawing. We are going to be taught how to make drawings of items to be constructed. Drawings are also important in the communication of the processes involved in making something. A technologist that have produced something and have made drawings of how this thing was produced will make it very easy to communicate to other technologists or other people that want to build or that want to know how these things were built. For example, in the construction of a building, you have the architectures or architectural designs, where someone called an architect will design the buildings. The electrical design is there, the plumbing design, everything is pre-designed. So if units of this particular building on paper were to be built in different parts of the world, everything will come to be very, very similar to one another. Whether it is built by Africans, by Chinese, by Japanese, or built by anybody in different parts of the world, without even meeting one another, they will build the same thing because drawings are available that specify the dimension, the sizes, the place for this, the place for that. So drawings are very, very important in technology. Advantages of technology. 1. Technology saves time. Yes. Just imagine the time it would have taken you to wash a pile of clothes. Dirty clothes produced by a family of 5 without a washing machine. You have to abandon every other thing and face this squarely. But today with a washing machine, you can be cooking at the same time doing your laundry, washing. Just have to do it, putting the clothes into the machine, putting the appropriate amount of detergent or soap needed, open water into the machine, then switch on the machine to keep working. And you can go back to your kitchen and continue with your working. That's the timer on the machine. So technology helps to save time. It saves the time we use for transportation. It saves the time we use for producing things. It saves the time we use in making everything if these things have to be done manually. And because of technological products, the machines, the equipment that we have, the devices that we have, they make our things to be done faster. So technology saves time. Number 2, technology saves human energy. Of course, a lot of human energy is saved by technological products. Just imagine the amount of energy that will be involved or that will be expended if a bag of cement or a truckload of cement is needed to be transported from the ground level of a building under construction to the 6th or 7th or 10th floor. It may take a large number of people to transport this using a lot of energy, but with a crane, just an operator is needed, and all these tons of cement within a twinkle of an eye will be transported to the floor where they are needed with very little energy. So technology has helped to save a lot of human effort and energy. Number 3, technology improves our quality of life. Yes, technology has made life very easy to live. Can't just imagine the kind of life people went through in those days when there was little or no technology, whereby everything you needed to do had to be done manually. But today we have different kind of machines, equipment, devices that help us to do different kind of house chores, jobs, and different kind of activities in our daily lives. So it has improved the quality of our life. It has made transportation very easy, production very easy, doing a lot of things, make things easier and faster. So life is more livable than it used to be when there was little or no technology. And lastly, it increases the rate at which things are produced. Yes, today in our industries, you have more machines and less human working in a construction or a fabricating industry. Take for example a car assembly, whereby car materials are put together to produce a car. You only see very few people working in this plant. Most of the works are done by the robotic engineers, robotic robots that have been produced that carry one thing to the other, one place to another. Or generally in production today, technology has come to take over in the production of things.